Today we're going to discuss about the Pythagorean Theorem. The Pythagorean Theorem was discovered by Pythagoras. He is a mathematician, and the theorem goes like this. A squared plus b squared is equal to c squared, where the a and the b are the legs of a right triangle. So the legs are the sides of the right triangle that are connected to the right angle. The C is the hypotenuse. So this is the hypotenuse. And these are the legs. So that's a leg and A is also a leg. So how does this work? Let us have an example. So for example, according to the formula, we have a squared plus b squared equals c squared. We're looking for this is your c. So that's going to become, by the way, the a and the b are the legs, so they can interchange. They can be whatever you want them to be. This can be your a, this can be your b, or this can be your b, this can be your a. It won't matter. So in this case, make sure that you put the parentheses. And this is now going to become 16 plus 64 is equal to c squared. This is going to be 80 is equal to c squared. So your c, we're not looking for the c squared, we're looking for the c. So you must do this. So now your c is square root of 80. So if we try to rationalize and simplify the square root of 80, let's do it here. So 80 is 10 times 8, 2 times 5, which are prime, and this is 4 times 2. I'm sorry, 4 is not prime yet, so 2 times 2. And you're going to put them as 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, 4 times 5. Am I right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. These are perfect squares, so they go out. So this becomes 2 times 2. Take them outside. That's a 4. Square root of 4 is 2. That's a 4. Square root of 4 is 2. And 5 stays inside. So therefore, square root of 80 is 4 square root of 5. And that is the value of c right here. 4 square root of 5. Example number 2 is a leg having a value of 4 and another leg value of 3. Look for c. So let us have the same formula. These are the legs, so these are the a and the b. You can interchange them if you like. And that is a 9. And this is a 16. That's still a c squared. This is 25 equals c squared. And we're looking for c. So that's going to be square root. Your c is a 5. So that's the value of c. So our next example is we're looking for b. So our a is 5 and our c is 13. Now we're looking for one of the legs. So how is this done? Again, start off with your equation. But this time we're looking for b. And so keep it as b squared. This is now going to be one of the legs. And put a plus equals 13 squared. Okay. This is 25 plus b squared plus 100 69. And it's going to be b squared equals 169 minus 25, which is b squared is going to be 144. And I believe 144 is a perfect square, but if you want to do the prime factorization on this side, you can go ahead and put 2 times 72, which is 2 times 36. And 36 is 6 times 6. It's already perfect, so I'm just gonna put it here. I'm now doing some shortcuts. So I know this is not prime, but it's a perfect square. So I'll just do this. Okay. And now I can bring this out because it has a pair. I can bring this out. It has a pair. So that's perfect square. Nothing is left inside the radical sign. So now it's going to be 2 times 6, which is now b is 12. So the answer is b is equal to 12. Okay, so our final example is, what if there's no drawing, but it says that you need to solve for a, given that b is 8 and c is 70. Well, I would suggest that you still draw it. So that means you are missing a leg. One of the legs is missing. So let me name this as my a. This is my b, and it's equal to 8. This is my c, and it is equal to 17. So let us do the formula. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So our a is missing, so keep it as a squared. B is 8 squared. C is 17 squared. A squared plus 64. 8 times 8 is 64. 17 squared, I believe, is 289. So this becomes, let's overflow here. So this becomes a squared equals 289 minus 64. A squared, I believe, is 225. 225, I believe, is a perfect square. If not, then go ahead and do 225 here on this side and do the prime factorization. It is divisible by 5. And I think this is 45. That is prime. 45 is 15 times 3. And 15 is 3 times 5. And that will now be here on the side. I have 3, 3, 5, 5. Perfect, perfect. Take it out. Take it out. So now I have 15. Therefore, my a squared, if you are going to rationalize, a is 15. So our a is 15.